or funny, so I am at least one though. So, in Santa Cruz, you know, you gotta talk about local stuff. But first, the other, like 2 hours ago, I was talking to my mom. I told her I was gonna do stand-up tonight. This is my first time ever doing stand-up, by the way. So I told her I was gonna try stand-up, and you know, she asked what I would be talking about. She wanted to know what my jokes were. So, you know, I told her, some of them are kind of dirty. Obviously, glad that family left. So, you know, I don't want to tell you. Like, it's not son-mom stuff. So she's like, well, Jim Gaffigan's funny, and he's not dirty. And I'm like, I'm not funny like Jim Gaffigan. I'm not Jim Gaffigan level here. Like, what are we talking about? I gotta use the crutch of talking about dirty stuff. So that's where we are. So, anyway, being a local, right? It's all about that locals versus kooks, you know? I lived in San Jose before I moved here. Where's Jorge? Yeah, he's not paying attention. Yeah, and I consider myself a proud kook when I was up in San Jose. You know, I drive up 17, sit in the left lane, going like 40, you know, same thing on the way back. I go mountain biking on Highway 9. I just like pull out into 9, whatever, you know, no one's there. I never got hit. It's fine. You know, look. You know, and now that I live here, it's a little harder being a kook, right? I don't surf, so I can't like snake anyone's line surfing or whatever you do. You know, I don't know. So, you know, I gotta get a bit more creative. But there are some easy ways to be a local kook, as I call it. So, I'll go over to Westcliff on my bike, and you know, I just ride on the path. And I go as fast as I can, right? Get as close as I can to all these tourists walking around, you know? And, you know, if I were not a kook, I would say on your left and slow down maybe, but no. Full speed, close as I can, just weaving through them. Get the fuck out of my way! You know, and they love it. They love it. So it makes them feel, you know, like they're doing something. You know, you can't just walk around. So I do that. I only shop at Safeway. Never local. Never local, right? You gotta keep it corporate, okay? You gotta keep it corporate. If you want that kook life, keep it corporate. So, anyway. So, I was thinking about my brother recently. He visited. He's 21. He's actually my half-brother. I'm much older than him. I'm 11 years older. You can do the math. And I think he was the last person who I initiated into the Pen 15 Club, who had never joined the Pen 15 Club, right? I was probably 18, he was like 7, and I asked him, do you want to join the Pen 15 Club? And he's like, sure. You know, he just thought I was some cool guy, right? In the Pen 15 Club. So, you know, I get my Sharpie out, or Pen 15 on his arm, whoa, penis, oh my God! He freaks out, right? But think about it, when was the last time you told someone about the Pen 15 Club who had never heard of it, right? That's a magical moment. So I've been going to schools, right? I hang out by middle schools. You know, when these kids come into class, I'm asking them, hey, you want to join the Pen 15 Club? And, you know, they all know about it. They're all members. So gotta go younger. Right? So I'm trying elementary schools, going up to all these 8, 9, 10-year-olds, you know, and, you know, I get a few every now and then, but it's hard. It's hard out there. And, you know, the parents, they don't like me hanging around. I don't have kids. I'm just some weirdo, some local kook, and they don't know what to think of me. So, yeah, that doesn't go well. Speaking of children, incest, huh? Am I right? Yeah. So, I don't know about you, but when I was in middle school, I started watching porn. It seems like all the jokes are about local shit and porn, but here we are. So, middle school, porn, right? For some reason, I was into MILFs even at that young age. And, yeah, I just always liked the older women, so I watched MILF porn, you know. But these days, for the last 2 or 3 years, anytime you want MILF porn, all you get is incest. It's like anytime I go to a porn website, the first 5 categories are like mother-son, father-daughter, brother-sister. It's all incest shit. So, you know, I'm watching porn the other day, as one does, as you all do, I hope. maybe. I'm watching porn, and I see an actress that I'm like, oh damn, like, this is gonna be good. But it's like a mother-son thing, right? So I'm like, ooh, this might be, I don't know if I should watch this, but I open it anyway, right? I'm like, maybe they won't mention it too much, you know, maybe it'll just be kind of in the background, like, it'll be alright. So I open it up, you know, and it's the classic trope of like the son's sitting on the couch, you know, he's jerking it, and then the mom comes up behind him and she's like, oh my god, you're jerking off on my couch in my living room? And the kid's supposed to be a teenager, he's clearly a 35-year-old dude jerking off on the living room couch in his mom's house? When I do that, my mom does not respond, oh son, oh my god, and then flips the switch, right? In the porn, the switch flips in like 1 minute, right? 1 second. At first the mom's like, oh my god, oh, you have such a huge cock. You know, like, I hope my mom is not in the minority of being not into that when she catches me jerking off. Anyway, so I'm watching porn, you know, they make the reference to the mom-son thing like once, and I'm like, you know, maybe they won't do it again, maybe it'll be okay. So I continue watching, you know, it goes the way all pornos do, starts with the hand job and then the blow job. And, you know, it's alright at first, but then, you know, they keep making references, right? It's like, oh son, you have such a huge cock, and oh mom, oh, you're so good, oh, and then, you know, I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch this, but she's so hot. So I continue all the way to the end, and I'm like, fuck, this is bad, but it's so good. And you can't mute it, right? You gotta have the sound. You gotta have the sound. I live for the sound. So I get to the end, and it's like, oh, son, come inside me. And I'm like, no! And, you know, I just lose it right there. Can't do it. Close my laptop, go to the bathroom, clean up, and then, you know, finish my lunch break, go back to work. That's my set. I'm Nick Runtsch. Thank you.